Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales. Well, that's an incredible turn. Forsaking Kinichaja in favor of Zotzilaha is an incredible turn of events. And then he actually arrived?
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? One beer or two, I'll drink to you.
Well now, the story's taken a turn, hasn't it? Never expected this state of emergency to step up and slap you in the face, as it were. Well, there's more than one way to stave off a dingo, ain't there? And with the arrival of Zotzilaha and those there oaths, allegiances, bloodlettings, well, let's just say this adventure's taken a bit of a turn. What?
A bit of a twine?
Certainly.
That's okay.
What was that all about?
We love you.
We're enjoying.
Okay.
We're entertained.
Sure.
Entertain us. Dance, monkey,
That's what
dance.
it's all about. All right.
Just kidding. Please don't kill us.
Sitting in the darkness, outside the cold blood chilling events happening in the other room, Maryland turned to Florida and said,
Well, that was something. It was freaking weird. That's what it was.
and now let us peek into the adventure itself, as Zotzilaha secures pledges from his new devotees and presents them with gifts for their worship. Leaning close, Zotzilaha gives them a few final commands before vanishing.
Are they going to turn into zombies when they come out? Do I need to get, ready? I don't know. What do you think? You're the person that reads things.
I'm always ready to stab somebody if need be.
Cool. Why don't you both make religion checks? Are you trained in religion, Florida man?
No.
This'll be fun.
I definitely am. Oh,
I think you both got
shit.
6s.
Yep.
I did.
Do you get points for getting the same number?
Points.
So I got a 7.
And
10.
there we go. Marie Claire, make up 3 facts, one of which may actually be true, and you won't know the difference
Okay. 3 facts about
what they're doing in there in the darkness.
they're having sex. Because what else do you do in the darkness? They are holding each other's hands. I mean, that goes with the sex. And then also they are...
Who holds hands during sex?
I don't know.
What if it's a restrictive hold? That's different.
Oh,
saying, it's
maybe
like above
you're
their
holding
head.
hands while having sex. Like somebody's unfortunately there and holding your hand out of sympathy.
It's like Red Rover.
That's Zotzilaha is holding your hand while, okay.
I mean,
Red Rover,
you got to
come
make
on
space for Jesus in your bed, don't you?
Hold his hand. And the last one?
Somebody's braiding somebody's hair.
These are the things that the untrained Florida man conjectures in regards to what could be happening in the other room. Okay, Maryland Jane, why don't you give me 2 things, both of which may have a 75% chance of actually happening as a part of this religious ceremony.
Oh, yeah, I doubt that's happening. But more likely it's they're having to sacrifice something important to them and leave it with the god on the tomb, or branding themselves with the sigil of the god.
Yes, both of those things are quite likely, neither of which happened, so we're good. Cool.
Fine.
Who's Maryland talking to?
Is mad at
The
the
narrator was like, I shouldn't be involved in this story. So it's still pitch black everywhere, so we can't describe characters and what people look like and all those other wonderful things yet, because we're still in the throes of this celebratory ritual, and Zotzilaha is talking to the three of you. So far, the three of you have asked for particular things. What did you ask for, Texas Walker?
I honestly don't remember.
It's been a month and a half. I understand. Yeah. What did you ask for, Pennsylvania?
I don't know what I asked for, but I would like that awesome great axe.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that's
you'll have to earn that if you're going to get that.
I see.
Yeah, there's no way. Also, you're a bard. What's your strength?
Not great.
That is what you use to wield a great axe. So if you want a great axe, I know that the memory of Fogrim lies very close to you, but what is your strength is +1?
Yeah.
And your dexterity is +3. So you're more of a finesse weapon wielder than you are a strength weapon wielder.
Such fancy things with a great axe.
Well, you have to have it 2 hands. You won't be able to play your instrument and sing and things like that while you're...
So axe, like guitar, like... Also, it's just because it has been a month and a half, and in my notes, I wrote really big letters, great axe, get it. So it's like, I told myself that, so I think it's important.
It is definitely cool, the axe in the wall, but you don't remember what you wanted anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know what I wanted and I know what I got.
Okay, cool. This is the funny one. All right, tell me what you wanted and what you got.
So I wanted to be protected from the poisonous smoke, so I stopped taking damage.
Yeah.
But I was released from disease and plague.
Okay, we are going to reverse that and I'm going to give you what you want. You are now immune to the gas in the place.
Yeah, suck it.
Yes. Past Kyle was
a big deal.
Very thoughtful, and I gave you this other thing that was like good for you for your whole entire life of your character. Like your character would now live for the next 40 years and be immune to disease and things like that.
Right.
This poison is only in this building, this temple.
Right.
So it's literally only giving your character reprieve from a small thing that's for a small, short amount of time.
Yeah, the poison was probably going to kill me before I got to live the 40 years and use that. Also,
probably not. But at the same time, like, I'm more than willing to say, okay, you can have the immunity to the poison.
Woohoo!
Zotzilaha's like, on second thought, I'll grant you reprieve from the poisonous gases of this place. Since that's what you really want, isn't it?
It's my...
Okay, your voice is grating.
Well, that's kind of rude.
Excellent. Now then, since you've both obviously forgotten what you wanted to ask for and what I was willing to give you, what would you like anew, Texas Walker? And please write it down this time so that you don't forget it.
Got my quill in hand.
Yes, I gift you your quill in hand. Done. All right. I'm just kidding, my boy. And a taloned hand strokes your shoulder and down your back. Aaron shifts uncomfortably.
I was just about to say that.
Well, now, Zotzilaha is what you call yourself there. I was wondering what you might be able to do for this bow of mine. It's getting quite on in years.
Certainly, yes. I love the staves. I can grant it great privileges. And you, Pennsylvania J.
It's Jones.
I gift you a new name.
I was going to say it's Jane now.
No, Maryland Jane.
You're related.
That's the other one.
That's the orphanage named you both.
So I can't have that great axe? Looks pretty great.
Cannot remove the axe from the wall until my former lieutenant, Tilokes Popolakos, has been dealt with. So deal with him, and the axe is yours. Although you do look particularly flabby of the bicep and weak of the deltoid and not very capable in the wrists and forearms. You sure that's a weapon for you?
I am the weapon. What?
I feel like Allison was trying to intimidate Kyle because I don't believe that Pennsylvania Jones is trying to intimidate the god of undeath and bats in the dark.
Well,
Really?
Remember the knowledge.
I'm trying to remember how my religion is. My history's religion is good, so I probably shouldn't do that. I like shiny things, bird-like personality, but
And ask for something shiny.
I'm smarter than that. In that case, I would like me and my compatriots to be healed before we move on.
Oh, yes, drink deeply of the cups. I will present them of you, and you will be healed of all your wounds and maladies. Cue long laugh. I didn't have a big enough breath that time.
Have you ever thought about doing stand-up? You're very funny.
You can make a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Right. The room lifts of that blanket-like darkness that covered over your characters. Let's go around the circle and introduce all of the players at this point and introduce your characters and tell us a little bit about what they look like. And especially for you three, please describe some physical way in which your character now looks a little different because of this change in worship to this god of undeath, bats, and darkness. So let's start with Maryland and with Florida Man, because nothing has changed for them except for, about a game and a half of board waiting.
Oh, hey, I'm Marie Claire, and I play Florida Man, who is a human paladin? Vengeance Paladin? I shouldn't say that with a question mark floating in the air. No, Florida Man is definitely a Vengeance Paladin, as all Florida men are. Florida Man tends to get into situations that Florida men get into. And that's pretty much all about her. She is very confused why people would sell their soul to a god of the undead. She's dressed like in halfway decent chainmail armor and carries around a long sword. He generally uses it to kick ass, but I think it's more about her attitude that she doesn't generally think that most things can hurt her, but is still not stupid enough to make a pact with a god of the undead. So there we go. She's got pale skin, generally has an attitude.
Does she wear a helmet?
Yes, but it's got an open face because that's stupid. And she's got a shield, and it has the symbol of vengeance on it. Just the platonic ideal of vengeance.
What does that even mean?
What does the helmet look like?
The helmet is just a plain helmet with a inscription along the back of her oath.
And that's what makes it magical?
All the inscription is on the inside in the padding next to her ears.
Okay, cool. I've never heard it described that way, and I will forever never forget that. Someone is standing or sitting next to Florida Man.
Maryland Jane.
I was hoping that you had descriptions of what we said before, because I can't remember what color my skin is or my hair. I think I'm blue. Yeah. So I think I'm blue? ? But Maryland is quite intimidating to see come across the street towards you because she's got short chopped hair that's kind of almost like what would you call that? Is that like a pixie or a bob, or I don't know. It's a haircut. She's got long bangs and that kind of goes around her head, except it's shaved on one side. And she's got 3 giant scars that go right across her entire face from a lovely creature that gave it to her. Her eyes are very piercing, and she's got multiple scars also across her neck where it looks like a creature clawed her, and a scar that goes from her left shoulder all the way down to her far right hip. It looks like something tried to slice her open. So she's been in a few fights. She's an air genasi, so her skin almost has like a translucent look to it. Like there should be almost like something see-through, but it's not because you can't see her insides or anything. It's just got this weird transparency almost to it. Is that enough? That all good? That's all, folks.
Okay, as the darkness lifts and the blanket of its blackness is raised from the room and your continual flame torches, which were still continuing to glow. It's just that you were pressed down upon. You're all 3 of you given one final invocation from Zotzilaha, and that is, claim the great axe, kill Tlokas Popolokas. his service is ended.
You're such a stench.
And with the breath in, all of the lights come back on, and we can see our 3 characters. Who's first?
Pick me. I don't know. Hi, I'm Allison, and I'm playing Pennsylvania Jones, or Penny for short. She is a pterodactyl. That's why she has such a lovely voice and such a lovely middle name. She is really, really tall because pterodactyls are big. And I'm not going to talk about her weight because women don't talk about their weight. But
Maybe women terrafolk talk about their weight all the time.
Yeah, we don't. You can see we don't wear clothes, so it's all out there. So yeah, everything's green. So she has green eyes. She has green, very leathery looking pterodactyl, kind of scaly skin. She doesn't have any hair because that would be weird. I feel like I can't picture a pterodactyl with hair. It's weird. Anyways, and so she's bald and she's got lots of scars all over her skin, just kind of like covered in little nicks and scratches because of the whole Zotzilaha fun guy. Now I get it because it's haha and he laughs. I just put it together. Good job, Allison.
Hey, I didn't get it either until
You're welcome, everybody listening. She had this nice deep forest green color to her skin, but she didn't realize, like, she didn't really want to commit that much to Zotzilaha, but even the little bit that she did turned her skin a few shades darker. So she's almost black in some areas, but it's mostly still that green color, but it is a few shades darker of green than she was before.
What color are Penny's eyes?
Emerald green.
Are they still?
They still are. They still have that glimmer to them.
Okay, cool. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Paige, and I play Alabama Johnson. So Alabama's pretty gorgeous, and I think that's why he's such a jerk. And why he's such a creep is because he knows that he's beautiful, but it's kind of backfired on him. He is an Aasimar, and he is 6'2", so he's like a good height for anyone who wants to be with him. He has pearl white skin, which it's still pearl white. Like, he's pretty white, with almond brown hair. Now, because of the significant change he made from his one god, Tamoachan, to this new god, there were actually 3 fairly definitive changes that occurred, one of which was his eyes. So that would have been weird if both of us. Anyways, his eyes were originally emerald green. It seems like we have a lot of green eyes in the party. So they were a really sparkly, lively emerald green, and they've now kind of turned to a matte hunter green. And it's almost like the sparkle that used to be there from him being an Aasimar is just flat. The other thing that happened is he wears, his scale mail previously was golden after his god Tamoachan, but it is slowly from one arm to the other shifted into a bronze metal. So his scale mail is now bronze. And then the biggest change that happened that was described, I think, in the last game was his previous symbol on his arm of the metal sun that was embedded is now a dark bronze bat.
Also, your character is an Aasimar. And what did your wings used to look like?
They were beautiful, white, glorious angel wings.
Yes. And what do they look like now?
They now look like very dark bat wings.
That's going to be a big change. Not that I think, how many people have seen your angel wings?
Probably not very many.
Yeah. Although, actually, everyone in the group has seen your angel wings because you flew off to other area. So, yeah, that's going to be a nice change when that occurs. When you dawning realize that for the first time, too. So, and lastly,
you've got Aaron live on the radio right now. Yeah, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Texas Walker, who is a Shadarkai or Shadow Elf Ranger. Stands 6 feet, $195. Got beautiful silver hair, cobalt eyes, fair skin, wears just standard studded leather armor, things like that. With Zotzilaha, the thing that, the sacrifice, because Texas kind of cut his, I can't remember if it was my arm or my hand.
Yes.
One of my appendages. So what's happening now is the hand is kind of turning into smoke, right? So it doesn't look like it's solid, but it is solid and just like kind of smoke is just kind of like pouring out and just kind of emanating from it. Yeah.
From the wound itself?
Yes.
Cool. Because that wound never closes.
Yes.
And it kind of looks like smoke, but it's actually just darkness.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just like your soul.
Is an open wound of darkness?
Yeah, you should get that looked at.
Well,
Somebody's therapy.
party, you were kind of split up. Now you're all together. And there are 5 cups on the tomb itself. The big slab, the dining room table, big cups. Can each of you please describe for me the perfect cup for your character? Go ahead, Aaron. What's the perfect cup for your character?
It's clear, but along the stem of it is various precious gems.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you would never know this, but it's actually a teacup because Alabama really enjoys a nice good cup of tea, and it's a white teacup that has golden figurines in it, and it almost looks like they're 3D. It's actually really cool.
Just a small teacup or a oversized teacup?
Nope, just a little teacup.
Okay.
I get one too? I'm not in the room.
I said there's
Oh,
5
5
cups.
Oh, it's definitely like a novelty beer mug that holds like 3 pints of beer.
I was going to see if that was going to be like, it's a beer caddy for your helm that actually magnetically connects to the helm with a little
foam dome.
straw.
I would totally accept that as well. It's a bra beer
Those exist.
holder.
No, it's one of those ones that makes you a bigger size.
yeah, it
right?
makes me a bigger size.
Now you're a G.
and also has
Until
a
you
straw.
finish the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
then
then
you're
you're
an
back
egg
down
cup.
to A's.
And then you're lopsided for a while, so you got to like switch back.
All good
Well,
options.
it's got
And
weird.
your final choice is
Well, I leave that up to you, good sir.
your character's favorite
Oh, it's
drinking
It's
cup.
definitely like 2 beer cans on the helmet, like, but it fits perfectly around my helmet.
I got really excited when you say this, so I hope you like my suggestion. So mine's a singing bowl because it's easier for Penny to hold things like with 2 hands and kind of lift it towards herself. But it's also a musical instrument that has like these ornate kind of symbols and just inscriptions on the outside. And it just looks really pretty.
Cool. Well, how is it a musical instrument?
It's a
You
singing
splash
bowl.
in it?
No, a singing
Like-
bowl. Like you rim that.
Like the Tibetan singing bowls.
I don't want to say rim that many times.
You run your finger
You run
around the
rim.
outside and it
Sings.
sings
Huh.
just like a wine glass.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have been told that if you run your finger around the rim, things sing, and I'd never experienced that. So thank you for sharing. What?
That was dirty.
Yeah.
I literally just said the words she said. I've only seen that at weddings with cups.
I don't know what weddings you've been to where you've seen that.
It's like a customary thing. Guests do it, and then bride and groom kiss, right?
I think that's clinking the
That's
glasses.
clinking glasses.
Oh, okay.
So the cup that I guess is most attractive to Maryland, it's this pure crystal glass, but it's not in a traditional shape. It's almost like an inverted triangle with the bottom cut off, and up the sides of it are inscriptions, a key phrase from 30 dead languages that she had studied.
Is that what it says? A key phrase from 30 dead languages?
No, there's like key phrases. So it's like a trope or a saying from that language that goes up the side of the glass.
Cool. I can picture that.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't tase me, bro. What else? What other key phrases would there be from dead languages?
She caught me slipping.
Yeah.
Thong, 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 thong.
Who let the dogs out?
It's just like
Chamba
memes. It's memes.
Yeah.
Got any dead language slogans?
Booty, 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 booty.
Fucking everywhere.
She snickers to herself as she reads them.
Those are the cups that are arrayed upon the table. A dark liquid resides within.
I just hastily drink it down. I don't
Cool.
think about
It
it.
is thick, syrupy, kind of iron tasty, salty,
Blood.
very, very thick substance.
Sticks to your ribs.
You are healed of all of your wounds.
Texas will also go up and drink from his cup that is most appealing and glances over at the... Do we confirm if it was the foam dome or the foam bra?
Dome.
It's the dome.
So he kind of looks at the foam dome and just shakes his head and takes a drink from his cup. The crystal one that...
Sorry, just a sip?
Or the full amount.
Cool. Yes, it is also thick, salty, coppery, iron-tasting, sustaining, room temperature liquid. Yes.
I would like to add that I pocket the singing bowl.
The singing bowl vanishes.
No! I wanted another instrument.
Teacup is full of something.
Yeah, Alabama, he walks over. It's actually on a little saucer. So he picks up the saucer and he grabs the little handle on the teacup and he puts his pinky up and he takes a little sip and he's like, oh, that's real good. And then he downs the whole cup. Well, pinky intact.
It is as well a very thick, dark substance. All of your wounds are healed before the eyes of everyone there. Huh? There we go. Favorite cups are sitting there. Florida Man and Maryland.
Maryland walks up to inspect said cup, looks at the cup, chuckles a little bit at the different sayings and the languages that she's studied, and dips her pinky into the liquid, smells it, just touches a little bit to her tongue, spits it out, takes a glass, dumps it out, sets it back down. She doesn't need it, so walks away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The cup disappears. The fluid does not touch the surface of the tomb. You feel like eyes are upon you. Cool.
I'm going to put on the helmet but not drink because I'm almost full. So
You've got your helmet on.
like the thing on top.
Okay.
I'm just going to take it with me.
Within a few seconds, you feel the helmet lighten. And when
it
you
disappears?
go to reach for it, it's
Oh,
gone.
I didn't need it right away though.
I didn't need it now. I need it later.
Nobody took a picture of me.
We didn't have time to paint you,
I expect you to memorize what I look like at all times.
I will never forget. You looked fabulous, she says, rolling her eyes.
Cool. Have you taken any damage at all, Maryland?
One.
I've taken one.
Huh? Have you taken any damage at all?
I mean, I was down by 10.
Okay.
But drinking the blood of a god seems iffy at best in most circumstances.
No, it's cool. I like how there was no character interactions either. The lights came back on, that you watched them all walk over and drink. You saw your perfect cup. You just walk up to it.
I just thought it was a hat for me. I thought they asked for a hat.
Yes. A hat for your helmet.
I believe that.
Yeah. It's fine. It's cool. Cool.
You don't think that somebody from Florida, a Florida man even, would wear one of those beer things on top of a helmet?
I absolutely think they would.
Okay.
I applaud you for having made that choice. That was great.
Oh boy.
The scene is set. I have nothing to say.
So,
I think we should go get that axe. Go beat up that guy.
your hand looks hurt. You just guys look weird now.
Don't feel a thing.
Okay? You're just leaking darkness all over the place now.
It looks worse than it actually is.
Making pacts with gods. I mean, life choices aside, it's all cool.
If any of you turn evil, I will not hesitate to stab you. Just saying.
I don't
Cool.
think-
Let's go get that axe.
I don't think you get to make decisions about who's evil.
I mean, if you're evil by my standard, that's pretty bad.
That's fair.
Yeah. Think of a good measure.
Just kind of look around the room.
Keep litmus testing against Maryland. Maryland, I'm starting to think about killing my brother. It's good, evil. Maryland's like,
What did he do?
not evil.
I'm just going to quickly just look up and go, give him the hairy eyeball to the room with divine sense.
Okay, cool. Yeah. While you do that, take 3 points of damage, Florida Man, as you have been breathing the gas now for an hour. You are the only one to take that damage.
Okay.
We're all immune to it. You wasted your wish.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well, what did you get?
got-
Nothing really.
I got everybody the blood of whatever that
Fair.
thing was.
Yeah, that's true.
Mine was a selfless
Yours was
gift.
for everybody. And what did you get?
For me?
Yeah.
Something to do with my bow, but we haven't established what that is.
Oh, that's right.
There we go. So yeah, you're not taking any damage
Not
right
heal
now.
your
All of you.
hand either.
Great divine sense.
Yeah, so this place is dedicated to a god of darkness and bats and undeath and death, and you get your senses
Strong
are
whiff.
regaled with all of those things. And I'm really sad you didn't drink from the cup because it was going to be warm Diet Coke. And it wasn't going to actually heal you of any damage or anything anyway.
That's why I spat it out too, because it tasted disgusting. I inherently knew it's Diet Coke.
Sure.
For those at home, I am drinking a warm Diet Coke because I'm a fool.
And so that's what you see when you activate Divine Sense.
I mean, but am I getting it from any of these fools?
They are all the lingering touch of something dark is upon all of them, especially upon Texas Walker's bow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like airport security is flagging that and asking him to come over and and answer some questions.
Yeah,
about
like
it,
as a paladin, I'm like, I might need to check that bow.
Absolutely.
Texas, notice you got a thing going on with your bow.
Texas pulls out his bow and kind of looks at it. What is it? What is it doing? Or is that for me to describe?
It's a bow.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I don't see anything weird happening with it?
No.
I don't know what you're seeing, but this bow looks perfectly fine to me.
I don't know how a bow could be undead, but it's undead now.
Well, ain't that something?
All right, just make sure it doesn't bite anybody.
Not sure how it would do that, but I'll keep it in check.
I've seen weirder things.
So it's been a while, and I will describe the room that you all currently find yourselves in. You entered from the north. The room is essentially would be rectangular, but those corners of the rectangles have been pushed in with bumps, so it almost feels like an octagonal room. And there are many columns arrayed around this big stone tomb. And it is against the far wall, the south wall, where the axe is embedded in the wall. When the light is cast upon it, it casts the shadow of a hand, a grasping hand. The tomb itself is 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. It stands 5 feet high, and it is covered and engraved in runes and whatnot that Pennsylvania has managed to translate previously. And you're all standing around the tomb itself.
Do we see any other doors or exits in this room other than the one that we came in from?
You have not found any, despite looking for them previously.
Does Maryland know the deal about the battle axe and killing this dude in the tomb? I can't remember if that's something I know, but Maryland doesn't or not.
Yeah, the battle axe is only revealed, only can be removed once the guy's dead.
Yeah, but does Maryland know that? Or does Chelsea know that?
It's kind of immaterial at this point. I mean, you definitely know you cannot pull that thing from the wall at all.
Sweet.
It does not come out.
I asked.
Is the thing that we have to kill, is that one of the ones we made friends with?
It's not Cheech and Chong.
Okay.
They're gone.
She's talking about hermit crab. Snail, not crabby. Crabby, yeah, fish.
What are you talking about?
Calcaquila.
That's not who's protecting the great axe, right?
No.
Tolocas Popolocas is the
Have
figure
we
that's...
interacted with him yet?
No, that is the figure that's interred in the tomb that you would need to defeat.
Yeah, let's defeat him.
That's where I wanted to go. I love a tomb. Let's go that away.
You're standing around the tomb right now. So that is what
in
was
it.
on the cup. You're in the tomb, like the specific burial thing, that table you're basically standing on that you drank your
Yeah.
singing bowl of blood from.
Maryland is going to go and stand on the back side of the tomb so that when the slab gets open, she's kind of covered and behind a slab for cover and not being seen by the enemy for flanking purposes. That's where she's going. Does that make sense?
The slab can be removed in any direction.
Well,
And you would like to be on the side that the slab is being pushed towards.
si, senor.
So you do not wish to help.
I will pull it.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
I will grin evilly with that suggestion.
Oh, great.
Separate yourself from the rest of the group.
No, I just want to flank it right away because I'm a rogue.
I know.
And I can stab things, guys. I'm being strategic here. And she's got a bunch of scars for a reason, guys. I mean, she hasn't died yet. Knock on wood.
Although, do we need a rest before? Do we have like?
No,
Do we all have enough spells?
yeah.
Is what I'm wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we rested at some point.
Yeah, we rested with the hermit crab people before.
And I think most of my damage was from
Poison.
poison.
We're going to open it up. We're going to open up the thingy. We just need the strong person to come.
Yeah, none of us are strong.
I have hollow bones.
Guys, I am really strong.
Yeah, you're pulling.
Yeah, because you
Hey,
do.
fine. I will push it open. Jeez. I will go to the side where I push open the tomb. Wait, it can be pushed open from any side. Screw you all.
So we try to push it from one side, you're pushing the other.
Yeah.
We'll roll against each other.
Are we waiting or are we gonna, I don't know what's happening. Are we?
Alabama walks over and he starts leaning on the tomb and starts trying to push it. And he's like, why won't this move?
Maryland goes and pushes the tombstone thing off. Strength check?
Didn't we try
I
this
love that you're
before?
all telling me what you're going to do. I
You
think
tell
a
us to do that.
conversation is important between the five of you, especially as well, because, and I know that Allison has definitely forgotten this.
We tried this already.
Allison,
Yeah.
what is the one reason that all of you have now sworn allegiance to Zotzilaha? It's not because he's cool. It's because
Oh, so you don't die when we open the tomb, guys.
there is a terrible thing that will happen to somebody who tries to open the tomb that isn't a follower or in service to Zotzilaha.
Yeah.
So is Penny going to let Maryland just go over there and start pushing?
No, that'd be bad.
Yes.
And she should know better because she studies religion. Freaking.
I forgot until
are
just
you?
now.
You're the only one, and you didn't really explain. Let's all just back the truck
you.
up. And that is why I leaned back, because I knew, I'm like, I can gladly let
Just kill
Maryland
both of them, right?
push and Florida Man come over and push it. Like, we're good now, right, folks? Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's do it. Now, they can't open it. They didn't swear.
Yeah, just the three of us. Just the three of us. You and I and I.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.
Florida Man is medium height, long black hair, green eyes, would totally be co-opted as a bride if this was the movie.
I don't know that
The
one.
movie.
Oh, yeah, I saw that last week.
I had that on my head and then I
It
lost
started
it.
and ah.
What's his face was so good in it.
No, it's all about what's her face. Duh.
Well, when they made out, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, totally. I remember that.
We're not helping in any way. Aw.
Take 2.
Big Trouble in Little China would totally be co-opted as a bride because of the green eyes. That's, they're vibrant and everything. But anyways,